Is it possible to live our life from a place of certainty and abundance instead of a place of uncertainty and lack of things? Let's find out from today's verse. Hi, welcome back to OneUs. Today it is day 51 and we will be looking at verse 51 of Tao Te Ching. As usual, let's observe a few seconds of silence. Alright, so now let's get started. All things arise from Tao. They are nourished by virtue. This verse is particularly, it is kind of mystic. When I say mystic, the reason is, so far we read and learned that the Tao is the one who nourishes things. However, here Laotzu points out to virtue as a nourishing thing. Though it looks contradicting, now let's try to understand what Laotzu would have meant. So in my understanding, how I see is, all of creation we know that it comes from single source. That source we are trying to call it as Tao, or we are seeing it as energy or atoms and etc. in a physical form, how it manifested. However, we also know that there is an unknown element which governs all things. When I say governs all things, it is kind of a natural law. How do we look at it? It's like how Earth revolves around Sun, and how every planet and objects and things are governed by gravity. So the gravity is one of the natural law. In the other way to look at it is, it's something like our own self. The genetic codes can be a virtue. In a human being or any living being, we all govern by our gene. What is gene? A gene is a kind of a code which governs how we will look and how we will resemble someone. Even our nature can be genetically coded. Even our behavior, scientists say that, can be decided by our genes. So that way, gene plays a vital role in our life. So it can be anything. It can be behavior which is decided by our gene, and then appearance decided by our gene. So that is what I'm referring to as a natural law. And then he goes on to say, they are formed from matter, they are shaped by environment. Yes, we all know that we are all form of matter, be it atom, energy, etc. And then we also know that we are shaped by environment. The place we born and rise decides significant part of our behavior. Though some people can outgrow that, however, most people are controlled by the environment they born and brought up. That's what Laotzu means here. Then he goes on to say how 10,000 things respect and Tao and virtue, even though the Tao and virtue doesn't demand that. Of course, that is an inner nature, that is a true self. How can we not respect and then honor the Tao and virtue? That's what Laotzu means. And then he goes on to say, therefore, all things arise from Tao. By virtue, they are nourished, developed, cared for, sheltered, comforted, grown, and protected. So I see these lines in a slightly different way. What I mean is, the virtue, which is our true inner self, then when we operate from our true virtue, which is of goodness, love, and kindness, and everything will be taken care for us. What I mean by that is, our good deeds take care of our needs. I repeat again, our good deeds take care of our needs. When we do our good deeds, it can be showing love, helping people, kindness, and being good to people. Everyone, the other people, the other creation and things will take care of us. We don't have to operate from a lack of things mentality. Instead, we can operate from certainty and abundance that everything will be taken care of. And then he goes on to say, create without climbing, doing without taking credit, guiding without interfering. All he means is creating without climbing. That's the virtue or the Tao doesn't climb anything. Doing without taking credit. Do your deed, don't take credit. Don't expect anything in return. And then guiding without interfering. Don't interfere or force your way. Instead, just be a guide. Just guide things. So that way, everything will be in order. And that is the nature of the Tao and the virtue. So, with that, we come to the end of verse 51. So, one actionable thought for today is, instead of living from a place of uncertainty, live today from a place of certainty that everything in life will be taken care of. At least for today, things will be taken care of in a perfect way, in the way it's supposed to be. Try to connect with that inner self of certainty, and then you will live one with the Tao and one with the virtue. With that, we come to an end of the day 51 and then talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.